All right. All right, I'm live now. All right.
There is one new severe thunderstorm warning for Arizona.
All right. I'm gonna pull up my stream real quick, actually. Let me see. This should be good. Yep. I think I got it right. All right. We're actually gonna put the sub goal away because I have to update that for you guys. So the reason why I'm going live today is I want to talk about a couple of things. So first off, there is a ton of tornado warnings, or there were a ton of tornado warnings actually, and this is just going to increase. This is only going to increase actually. Let me see. So I want to talk about these tornado warnings right now, right? So let's start off with the most northern one, and this one's actually extremely close to me. This is for Wilmington in Delaware, or west of Wilmington actually, and you have a tornado warning with some pretty tight rotation with it. I mean that's, if you look at this, look at that. That's some pretty tight rotation right there. This is just west of the metropolitan area of Wilmington. Now I've been through this area multiple times, okay? So I know how this area is. It's a pretty populated area. There's a lot of people that live here. And I mean, this, like I said, this is some pretty tight rotation, and this this is not even in the real threat today for tornadoes, which is interesting. If you look at this, you see this right here. My nose is freaking itchy. Sorry about that. The yellow box area right here. These are your tornado watches right here. There's a lot of tornado watches with these. Or no, this entire box area. Like if you see yellow boxes, those are tornado watches, and that includes basically almost the entire state of Maryland, almost all of Virginia, and the entire eastern portions of North Carolina. You guys are under a tornado watch. Tornado warnings are the red boxes, and that's what I'm going to be looking at right now actually here. You have a tornado warning south and east of Fredericksburg in Virginia. Now, all right, let me look at this real quick because I haven't seen the rotation on this. And there you go. There's your rotation right there. This is moving to the northwest actually towards Fredericksburg in Virginia. This is another place I've been to actually. Like I said, these places I've been to, and I know how populated these areas actually are. And like I said, this is moving really close up to the north and east. This is going to actually affect tomorrow actually. I'm going to talk about tomorrow here in a moment. But I just want to cover the tornado warnings that's happening right now. Because right now it's definitely been popping off since this morning. I should have went live earlier, but I didn't think I had to, but now I do. You have another tornado warning down here. This is for Henderson, Middleburg, Soul City, Norlina, and west of Warrington. My nose is super itchy right now. I'm sorry. Long time since I've been here. So Messiah, what's good? What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome to the stream. Give me 1 second. What's his name? There we go. Wait, did that work? Okay. I think it's good. Is my camera good? I think my camera's good. Okay, it should be good. Sorry about that. Alright. But yeah, as I was saying, there's a tornado warning. Oh wow, this is on the ground. There is a tornado on the ground actually with this. That is not good. Let me actually, I know somebody that actually lives in this area. I need to let them know now. Like I said, this is like really close to home.
There is one new severe thunderstorm warning for Arizona.
Arizona is also popping up, and we're not going to check on Arizona because it's just severe thunderstorm warnings. We're worried about the tornado warnings right now. But if you want to know what's going on in Arizona, this is basically what's going on. Just your general thunderstorms with possibly some big time hail. Yeah, some big time hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds near Tucson and all that. Nothing much else. Over here is the real threat. There's actual tornadoes ongoing right now on the ground. But yeah, we have a confirmed tornado on the ground in Norlina, Henderson, Middleburg, and Warrington. And this is going up to the north Yeah, basically to the north. This is probably, yeah, this is gonna cross into Middleburg on I-85 actually, and I mean, yeah, if it's on the ground, it's probably doing some damage right now, some big time damage actually. Let me see where the rotation's actually at. Yeah, there it is right there. It's actually withering away a little bit, but there still possibly could be a tornado on the ground. Yeah, there it is right there. There's your debris signature for this storm. You have a debris signature with this storm right now. That's heading right up to Middleburg. So definitely be aware of that. Um, yeah, I'm looking at that now. Yep, still on the ground. You still have a tornado on the ground here. Jeez, yeah, that's your if there were to be a debris ball possibly. I don't think it's a debris ball, but this is where your tornado will possibly be at. Like I said, setting right for Norlina near Soul City as well, to the west of Norlina and Warrington. Actually, Norlina, you're out of the tornado warning, but I'll still seek shelter. Same thing for Warrington. You guys still need to seek shelter. Just in case if this thing actually does, you know, shift this path, which I don't think it will, but just in case. If you're talking about my gaming channel is Doomsome. If you want to go subscribe to that, but yeah, like I said, there is a tornado ongoing right now on the ground heading towards Middleburg in North Carolina. So seek shelter immediately if you're in that tornado warning. Let's go back to Fredericksburg, Virginia. So this is Fredericksburg, Virginia storm, right? And like I said, this is heading right for Fredericksburg, and it's not on the ground, but there's some pretty decent rotation with this near Travis Mill and Sales Corner. Like I said, heading right towards the area for Fredericksburg in Virginia. You guys need to seek shelter immediately. You should not be up on the ground. You should be in the basement and into an interior room on the lowest part of the building. Let's go back up here to this tornado warning. Same thing with this storm up here. This storm actually has some pretty tight rotation as well. It's withering out now. Let me check and see if there was any like type of debris with this storm, because I was not expecting a tornado warning storm up here. Yeah, I don't see no debris signature with that. So there wasn't a tornado on the ground, but it was very close to touching the ground. Did you just link my channel? I think you did. Yeah, thank you for linking my channel. I'll put that in link on the top. If you guys want to go to the gaming channel. Thank you, PSL. But yeah, so if you're anywhere near Wilmington, actually, if you're in the western portions of Wilmington, you should be seeking shelter like right away, because this is a fairly dangerous situation for you guys. Like I said, there could be a possible tornado on the ground here, or that's trying to touch the ground here, up here in northern Delaware in Wilmington. So you guys should seek shelter immediately. Let's go back down to Fredericksburg real quick to see what's going on with this storm. So this storm, yeah, all right, here we go. Is this on the ground? It does not. This storm, like I said, it has some decent rotation, but it's not on the ground. So that's the good part of it. But this thing, like I said, this is heading towards Fredericksburg. We'll see what this thing does a little bit later. Right now, it's not posing a huge threat. Right now, it is posing a threat. I'm not saying it's, you know, you don't have to take it seriously. You definitely have to take any tornado warning seriously. It doesn't matter if it's on the ground or not. Take it seriously. But right now, it's not posing as much of a threat as this storm is right here that's actually on the ground. You also have another area of rotation near Centerville that could be heading to the north towards the same areas has been under tornado warnings today. This area in general has been under tornado warnings 3 times today, actually. I was watching it. It was 3 times today they've been under tornado warnings. But the reason why this is being caused is because of Tropical Storm Debby, or what used to be Hurricane Debby as well. She's actually stationed right here. If you see this like blue dot area right there, that's where she's at. That's the center of circulation, the center of rotation, or the center of the storm, whatever you want to call it. And what's happening is that she's, you know how low pressure, well, I don't know if you guys know how low pressure systems works, but pretend like this is the low pressure system, which this is a low pressure system. It's moving up to the north and east, and what it's doing, it's bringing up moisture. And you see these bands right here, these bands of storms that's popping up. Actually, they go pretty higher than that actually, but there's bands of there's bands of like rain showers and storms, and this is on the eastern quadrant of this Tropical Storm Debby, or Tropical Depression Debby, actually. Sorry. That is what's causing the tornado threat. whenever you get a tropical system or a hurricane or something like that that makes landfall, and that's pushing up into land and stuff, the eastern quadrant of the storm is going to have a major tornado threat with it. It's going to be a lot of brief tornadoes. There's actually been 141 tornado warnings since she made landfall, which is unreal. Honestly, it's kind of crazy. But right now, like I said, yeah, that's what's basically happening. She's dragging up a bunch of moisture into land, and is also bringing a lot of wind shear as well. We're gonna talk about the ingredients here in a moment, but she's also bringing a bunch of wind shear. There's change in the winds. There's varying in the winds actually as well. You have winds that's going literally due north, and you have winds that's going maybe northeast, kind of like that. And when you have something like that happen, right, you get what you call basically a hook or a curvature in the winds. Like I said, the winds are varying in the atmosphere. And that's how how photographs are, read and stuff. That's how you get photograph models and stuff. Is basically from this. Like how I literally just told you how it worked, basically. This is still observed. We're gonna okay, so here's what we're gonna do, right? We're gonna go to this model run real quick. I'm gonna show you guys what's gonna happen in the future run. So this is the 18Z. This is not the latest run, but this is the latest actual run, like the 48-hour run in the HRRR model. So as you can see there's a ton of supercell thunderstorms, even all the way up here. Like I said, there's tornado warnings all the way as far north as northern Delaware, which is kind of crazy because that's not really in the risk area. This area is not even at risk. We'll talk more about that tomorrow, actually. Or not tomorrow. We'll talk more about that in a little bit, actually, about tomorrow's risk. I think tomorrow's risk is going to be also as high as today, possibly. But you can see there's multiple supercell thunderstorms that's popping up over here. And if you take a sounding of the environment, and you could just look at it, right? It takes a second to load. Boom, right there. It says TOR right there. Possible hazards TOR, which means tornado, of course. You can literally see there's a curvature in a photograph. So if you say if you throw not throw a balloon, but let go of a balloon and let it go up in the atmosphere, it's literally gonna curve around, and as the higher it goes, it's literally gonna curve around and make a curve shape. And that's what you get this data from. This is not a confirmed photograph run. This is just me this is the models showing what it is. This is not a confirmed run. I can pull up the confirmed run actually if I could. Gotta go to the National Weather Service or Storm Protection Center maybe. But yeah, basically what I'm trying to show you here is that the ingredients in the atmosphere is basically prime for tornadoes all through here. And actually, if you go to the SPC and check out today's outlook, and yep, there you go. This is today's outlook. You have a slight risk of severe weather that stretches from the coastline of North Carolina all the way up to the mountains of Virginia and West Virginia. You also have a marginal risk that stretches from Pennsylvania all the way down to the coast of North Carolina. That is your risk for severe weather today. Main threat today is tornadoes. There is a wind threat actually in Arizona and Utah, but that's nothing crazy to talk about or write home about or anything. But it's still a risk, so be aware out there if you're in Arizona and stuff. But the main threat today is definitely the tornadoes. There's a pretty large 5% area. I thought they were going to put a 10% area, honestly, but I'm surprised they didn't. But they have a 5% outlook for tornadoes today. 10 million people are in this 5% area, which is actually a lot. And yeah, some pretty popular areas in there too. Virginia Beach, Raleigh, North Carolina, Norfolk, Chesapeake, Virginia, and Richmond, Virginia. You guys are in that 5% outlook. And I won't be surprised. Like I said, they're probably going to continue the slight risk around the 9 o'clock. I think, yeah, the 9 o'clock update on the Storm Prediction Center or SPC outlook. And if you go into tomorrow, you got to wait for it to load. Wi-Fi has been going pretty slow here recently. Apologies for that. This is tomorrow's outlook. You have another slight risk, and I think this is going to be extended further south. I believe this is going to be extended further south and possibly further north as well. Because there's definitely another tornado threat, and it's definitely going to be as big as tomorrow, or not tomorrow, today's threat. Maybe not as much tornadoes, but there's a chance of multiple tornadoes tomorrow, actually. This is actually my first time reading this.
There is one new tornado warning for North Carolina.
Yeah, we're about to go into that in a moment. We have a brand new tornado warning. We'll get into that in just a second, y'all.
There is one new tornado warning for Virginia.
Another new tornado warning for Virginia. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to go back to the actual radar in a second. But this is tomorrow. You have a 15% outlook for damaging winds, actually. And that's for that slight risk area. And you also have a 5% outlook for tornadoes. Like I said, this is probably going to be extended further south. I think the entire Delmarva and like the state of Maryland and all that are going to be at risk for tornadoes tomorrow. I think the greatest risk, in my opinion, I wish I could zoom in here actually. But the greatest risk, in my opinion, is definitely going to be in this 5%, but a little bit further south as well. I think that's the greatest risk area, honestly. Because if things are popping off today, like up here to the north, without even, like I said, there's not even a risk today up here in the north and northeast. If things are popping off this early, I really think tomorrow could pop off with tornadoes. I really think there could be a lot more, this could be a lot more substantial than what people are thinking. So this definitely needs to be watched. And I'm definitely going to be monitoring this throughout the night until tomorrow. Because I definitely think this, the threat could definitely increase for tornadoes. It could be a much more substantial. Let's continue with the model run real quick, and then we can, oops, didn't mean to do that. And we'll go back to the radar in a second. But as you can see, like I said, the tropical storm Debby is just pushing up to the north and east. She's just dragging moisture into the atmosphere. And a lot of winds too, maybe even storm surge as well. But I mean, look at this. Saying none right now, but these storms are going to be very potent. Any of these storms has a chance to drop a tornado. Any of these. Jeez, yeah, look at that. Also, the daylight heating tomorrow is going to help these storms as well. That's why I think tomorrow's threat could be a lot more significant than what people are thinking. Yeah, there's definitely some type of tornado threat. Look at this. Let's go to Maryland. This is near Baltimore. Marginal tornado threat in Baltimore. Sorry if the screen is like flashing you guys. Jeez, yeah, look at that. These could be supercells. These could be pretty potent supercells. Look at that tornado thread right there. It says tornado. And these are just soundings of the atmosphere. Wow, look at that. You see this line right here? This is what I'm talking about. You see these line of storms that's popping up from basically the Delmarva all the way up to Pennsylvania. These are the storms we have to worry about. These are your big time tornado makers for tomorrow. That's why this 5% is actually here, because they're posing a pretty dangerous threat for tornadoes. I mean, yeah, the atmosphere is in place. Yeah, look at that. There's a line of storms. I won't be surprised if they even put an enhanced risk for tomorrow as well. I mean, just looking at it, it looks like there could possibly be an enhanced risk for this if this plays out how it is. You have storms developing behind it as well. We're gonna go back to the actual radar. Sorry about that, guys. I just wanted to show you guys how it looks and how bad it looks right now. Yeah, you have a brand new tornado warning for Fredericksburg, Virginia now. You have another tornado warning for North Carolina also. This is literally for Warrington, Norlina, and Macon in North Carolina. Oh boy. That looks really concerning. That's not good. That's another tight area of rotation. That's heading directly towards Warrington. That could definitely drop a tornado at any moment. That is really concerning. We're gonna have to look into that. Actually, we're gonna focus on that storm. Let's focus on this storm as well in Fredericksburg. This is still the same storm that's trying to produce a tornado all the way back here near Travis Mill, heading into Fredericksburg in Virginia right now. So if you live in, see, let me go full screen. Actually, should I go full screen? I'm gonna go full screen. Go full screen on this. Yeah, if you live anywhere near like Fredericksburg, or if you're in Fredericksburg in general, take shelter now. Sorry Sorry if the ads are playing for you guys. I'm actually gonna take them off for you in a moment. But I am very concerned right now for this tornado warning storm right here near Warrington. This is south of Warrington. This is gonna go into Warrington actually. Yeah, it is. Wow. I'm not sure if that's debris. I don't think that's debris. Although it possibly could be. That's a pretty tight area of rotation. That possibly could be debris. I'm actually going to stay on the correlation coefficient. This needs to be watched carefully. This could be a pretty decently sized tornado if this does drop one. Let me actually notify somebody. Sorry about that. I'm warning a family member right now because they actually live like really close to this area, and this is actually like really concerning. I just want to see the next velocity update. Make sure this thing isn't insane on the next scan. But yeah, like I said, this literally could be on the ground right now as we speak. But yeah, this is the area we're talking about right now near Parktown in North Carolina. Like I said, this is heading due north towards Warrington, North Carolina, and Macon, North Carolina. If you live in any of those areas from like I said, Warrington, North Carolina, Warren Plains, Macon, what's this, Church Hill, Five Forks, Oakville, any of those areas, if you live in any of those areas I called out, you need to be in shelter like right now. Because this is definitely the most concerning storm I'm looking at right now. All the other storms are concerning, but not as concerning as that storm. That actually has some pretty tight rotation with it. We can check back up here in Fredericksburg in Virginia and see what's going on with that. Also, note there's multiple areas. You have an area right here of rotation. You have a possible area right here of rotation. You also have another area right here of rotation as well that's going into Fredericksburg. This is the tornado warning one. As you can see, the red box right there. Like I said, this is for I-95 is actually in this tornado warning. Fredericksburg, you should be in shelter. If you're on I-95 or any of these roadways, yeah, this is 95. And what is this? Highway 1 and 3 and 218. You guys should get off the highways and get into a sturdy structure now. You shouldn't be on the roads. Seek your proper precautions if you're in Fredericksburg. Get into the most interior room of your home. Like a basement, a bathroom, or a closet with no outside walls and no windows. And if you have anything like that can protect you can protect yourself with. Put anything like between you and the tornado rotation as possible. Same thing with this storm down here near Warrington. You guys should put everything in between you guys in the storm as possible. We have another scan right here. This is your next scan. So this looks like it might go in between Warrington and Macon. No signs of it being on the ground. Not yet, at least. This is actually a pretty potent storm. This is actually a pretty strong storm. So this thing definitely has the potential of producing a tornado. Like I said, there is a radar indicated tornado for the next 12 minutes for Warrington, Macon, and North Carolina. You guys should be in shelter. We're going to come back to the storm. I'm going to check up here because this is where you had another tornado warning, actually. That actually has expired. It's no longer a tornado warned storm, but you still have multiple areas of rotation. You have one right here near Brookside, and you have one near Kennett Square. That's a rotation actually near that was in near Wilmington. But that tornado warning since has expired. There's a flash flood, and it's considerable actually. It's a considerable flash flood threat happening right now for northern Delaware. So if you're in northern Delaware, you're probably experiencing flash flooding, significant flash flooding actually right now. So definitely be careful and be aware of that. Turn around, don't, or what is it? Turn around and don't drown, I think is how you say it. For the flash flood. The flooding has been prolific as well. Like, it has been pretty potent too. Yeah, another considerable flash flood threat for North Carolina. There's gonna be a bunch of flash flooding everywhere actually. Yeah, these green boxes are your flash flood warnings. There's gonna be a lot more tomorrow. The flash flood threat today I think is a high risk today, which is really bad. So definitely keep that in mind as well. It's not just a tornado threat we're worrying about, it's the flash flooding. Flash flooding is also a really major thing to worry about. Actually, flash flooding kills more people than any natural disaster, I think. So definitely be aware and be careful of that. But I'm still going to monitor this storm just in case. I wonder if there's any storm chasers in this area. There probably is. I wonder what they see on this thing, because this thing probably has some insane rotation right now, or it's probably have an insane base. Because I mean that was a pretty strong couplet before. I mean if you just play this back actually, near Centralville, it started. I think it started in Centralville. Yeah, it started in Centralville and it really gained intensity. So, but it looks like this thing is gonna literally hit the eastern parts of Warrington in the next like 5 minutes, or in less than 5 minutes actually. It's gonna hit the eastern part of Warrington. So you guys definitely should be in shelter. Anywhere in that tornado warning actually. Like I said, North, Macon, and Warrington should be in shelter. You should not be out of your shelter at all. You have 12 minutes for that warning to expire actually. Same thing with Fredericksburg. You should be in shelter. Actually, the rotation is gonna be right over you guys in less than a minute probably. These storms are moving relatively fast as well, I'm assuming. Yeah, 35 miles an hour to the northwest. They actually just shortened that tornado warning box. It still includes Fredericksburg. It no longer includes 95. But I would be careful if I was on I-95 right now near Fredericksburg, because this, like I said, torrential downpours, and this could definitely drop a tornado, unwarned tornado actually, and go across 95. So definitely be aware of that. I won't be surprised if tonight they start extending tornado watches all the way up to Pennsylvania, Jersey, the entire Delmarva area actually. Maybe as far north as like New York and stuff. Like those areas, I won't be surprised if they start issuing new tornado warnings for those areas. So definitely keep that in mind, and definitely be prepared too as well. Same thing with the flash flood threat. Definitely be prepared, because this is going to be a one heck of an event for you guys up here in the Northeast, in the Mid-Atlantic region. We still have no debris signature with this storm, which is good news. Some heavy rain is happening right now, though. This is going to be some pretty heavy rain and pretty strong winds for you guys. We're actually going to stay on this storm for a little bit longer. Because I actually want to, I want to monitor this storm. I want to monitor this rotation, actually. Because this storm definitely has potential. Like I said, when this storm passes Warrington, it's going to be moving up to the north towards Warren Plains, Wise, Oakville, what is that? Preshaw or Prescall, I think is how you say it. Up into the North Carolina and Virginia border, crossing into Virginia, actually. And it's going to hit, you know, it'll go close to Bracy, what is this, Radcliffe, and points north near South Hill, possibly. So I would prepare now for a brand new tornado warning to pop up for you guys if this thing does keep its intensity for this area, because it's definitely heading directly towards that area. So definitely be aware of that right now. Don't let your guard down with these storms. Okay, these storms, these can drop pretty quick tornadoes, but there could be strong tornadoes as well sometimes. Like, I mean, y'all saw what happened with Hurricane Beryl. When he made landfall, there was an EF3 tornado in Indiana, I think. I think was that Indiana? I think it was Indiana. It dropped an EF3 tornado, and that's a tropical tornado. Don't underestimate these tornadoes. These things can drop strong tornadoes. From what I've seen, These things can definitely do that. So definitely be aware of those, or definitely be aware of that in general. Like I said, most of the time these things are brief, but regardless, a tornado is a tornado, and you need to be in shelter. They actually shortened out the tornado warning box. Rotation is definitely not as strong as what it was before, but it's still rotation, so still seek your proper precautions if you're in Warrington and Macon and North Carolina as well. Still seek your proper precautions because there's definitely could potentially drop a tornado at any moment, maybe even a brief tornado at that. Let's go back up here. No new warning since my alert system would have alerted me actually if there was. Still have this warning near Fredericksburg in Virginia. We're gonna check this out real quick. You still have that area of rotation. It is not as tight as what it was before down here to the south near Travis Mill, but it's definitely still rotation literally right over Fredericksburg in Virginia right now. So if you're, like I said, if you're in Fredericksburg, stay in your safe spot. Don't come out until the warning expires. Your warning won't expire until the next 5 minutes. So stay in your shelter for the next 5 minutes. And even until then, still be aware, because you never know. This thing could drop a tornado, or another storm behind it could drop a tornado. You never know. These storms could definitely fire up and drop another, or drop an actual tornado and hit Fredericksburg. Like, these storms today are unpredictable. Okay? Like, anywhere in this band of storms, the eastern quadrant of tropical depression Debby could drop tornadoes. Brief ones at that. So definitely keep that in mind and be weather aware. I'm not gonna be live for too long. I've already been live for 30 minutes now. I'm probably gonna go for another 30 minutes maybe. Let me see. Yeah, probably for another like 30 minutes or so. Cause I want to save up for tomorrow. I want to go live tomorrow as well. Cause I'm actually gonna be in this tornado threat tomorrow, and if anything happens, like I said, I'll be out there recording. I'll be waiting for these storms. And there we go. We have a brand new tornado warning. We're gonna check that out in just a moment. Let's look at North Carolina storm real quick. Wait for an update, and we'll go into that storm in a moment. Yeah, still no velocity update. Actually, we'll just go to that storm right now. Why not? Oh wait, there we go. We have an update. Let's check it out real quick. No debris signature, so we are good. You're good in North Carolina. We'll come back to that storm in just a second. Let's go back up here to Virginia. We have another storm south and west of Fredericksburg. That's tornado warning as well. And like I said, I've told you guys, these storms are unpredictable. They can literally drop brief tornadoes at any moment. We have another new area of rotation right now that's going to be moving to the northwest, or northwest in general, actually. Heading towards Post Oak, was this Alsop, I think that's how you say it. Snell, Brookenberg, Lane's Corner, and what is this? What's that called? McHenry. In Virginia. You guys should be seeking shelter right now, because you have a possible area of rotation heading your way right now that could possibly drop a tornado. So definitely seek shelter immediately. Also, there's another storm I'm looking at as well that could possibly get tornado warning as well to the east of Fredericksburg, Virginia. Right here, this is an area of rotation that I'm looking at that could possibly get tornado warning in a moment. So we'll definitely look into that. Yeah, it's a small storm, but it definitely has a chance of producing a tornado.
There is one new tornado warning for Virginia.
So definitely keep that in mind. Also, I'm going to monitor these storms up here as well near Newark in Delaware. Like I said, there was a tornado warning up here earlier. I definitely want to make sure and cover this. Nothing crazy, like I said. Rotations has definitely died out, but there was some sort of rotation areas earlier. Same thing up here in Maryland. Nothing much actually right now, but definitely some areas you need to watch. The jet stream is also going to pick up later on tonight. It's going to pick up way more. So that's something to keep in mind about as well. The jet stream is going to pick up later on tonight. So these storms has a greater chance of developing tornadoes as we go on throughout the night. So if anything happens, I could possibly be live again tonight. If anything happens, that's if anything happens. But like I said, I'm gonna save my energy for tomorrow. Let's see what's going on tomorrow. Okay, so the rotation is now moved over Warrington. It is over, or it's actually past Warrington now. It's not on the ground, but it's past Warrington, and it's starting to get a little bit stronger again, actually. So definitely stay in your shelter, stay in place. They're probably going to reissue a brand new tornado warning in a moment. Because I don't think they're going to let this one slide or expire. They're probably going to reissue it. Yeah, there it is right there. They just reissued it. So they now just reissued another tornado warning. This still includes Macon. This still includes Warrington. This still includes North Carolina, Oakville, and what's this? Ani, I think that's how you say it, in North Carolina. So you guys still need to stay in your safe spots. This goes on for the next 31 minutes, actually. This is moving to the north at 30 miles per hour. So still stay in your safe spot if you're in Warrington, North Carolina. Because you still have a pretty tight area of rotation that's developing. Let's go back up here. The Fredericksburg storm actually has expired for right now. They could definitely reissue it, but like I said, be weather aware if you're on I-95, because that's where it's crossing right now. You still have this tornado warning right here. You still have your rotation right here, actually. Near Blankton, this is moving to the northwest towards Mount Pleasant, Blades Corners, or Blades Corner, and Penny's Crosswalk or Crossroad. Sorry, going towards Brookenburg. So you guys should be seeking shelter right now. You should be in your shelter right now. You actually have had time. You actually had like 5 minutes, I think, to take shelter. So make sure you guys are in your safe spot and are not, outside recording anything, because I've seen so many people do that. It's really dangerous. But yeah, they definitely just extended this. I'm gonna take a small break for a second.
There is one new tornado warning for North Carolina.
I need to get some water, so I'm gonna take a small break for like 1 second. Yep. So I will be right back. I'm gonna come back in a moment. Be right back.
There is one new severe thunderstorm warning for Arizona. There is one new tornado warning for Virginia. There is one new tornado warning for Virginia.
All right, y'all, I'm back. Apologies for that. Let's get back into this actually. All right. Wow, we have multiple new tornado warnings. Like I said, apologies for that break, by the way. I literally had to go do something. I'm not ending the stream though. Did they extend the slight risk? No, they didn't. Okay.
One new severe thunderstorm warning for Arizona.
Apologies to everybody, by the way, for those of you that were reading and stuff. Like I said, I'm a little busy right now as well, so I can't stream for too long. I can stream right now, but not too long. I got other stuff to do. That's the same storm too. Wow. That actually might be dropping a tornado right now. That's on the ground. We have a tornado on the ground here in north and west of Fredericksburg in Virginia. Like as we speak right now, this thing is on the ground doing damage probably right now. That is like a really tight velocity couplet. Oh yeah, that picked up big time. This might get confirmed in a moment. I won't be surprised if the next scan you start seeing you can see a well-defined debris signature with that. That actually might be on the ground. Let's check back on this storm in North Carolina actually. Rotation has definitely died out a lot more. It's nowhere near as intense as what it was in North Carolina, which is good news. And like I said, the brand new tornado warning box, I caught all these areas literally like 10 minutes ago, 10 to 15 minutes ago, and then, yeah, I mean, look at that. They're in the tornado warning right now, so that's something to keep in mind about. I mean, but this storm right here is like really concerning because you can literally see the hook curvature of this storm. And I mean, yeah, that's a pretty tight area of rotation. That's clear. There it is right there. We have a tornado on the ground. This is not confirmed yet, but I'm confirming this now because that is a well-defined debris signature, if you ask me. That is 100% a tornado on the ground. So we have a tornado on the ground near Dot's Corner, sorry. What's this? Crop, near Helfin, and what is this? Yeah, Concord, Tackett's Mills, and Somerville. You guys are under this tornado warning. There's a confirmed tornado on the ground right now as we speak. This thing is definitely on the ground and is doing damage right now as we speak. And we have another brand new tornado warning now for the same circulation I was talking about earlier as well. And you have another. There's a ton of areas of rotation with these storms. Ton of areas actually. Wow. But yeah, we have a confirmed tornado on the ground right now. They're probably gonna upgrade this in just a moment. But that's a tornado clear as day right there. That's your debris signature right there, and this is gonna be moving to the northwest towards Somerville, Helfin, and Crop. If you guys live in those areas, you guys need to seek shelter like immediately, like right now. Because there's 100% a tornado on the ground doing damage, and we don't know how long it's gonna be on the ground for. Usually these things are brief, but you can't rule out a strong tornado possibly, which I don't think this is gonna be a strong one, but just to be safe, be in shelter regardless. There's a tornado on the ground, whether it's strong or not. It's on the ground, is doing damage.
There is one new tornado warning for Virginia.
Yep, that's this storm right here, by the way. You still have your debris center. There it is. Observed tornado. So tornado warning remains in effect until 8:15 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time for northwestern Stafford and southeastern Fauquier counties, or Fauquier. I don't know how to pronounce that. Sorry about that. But on a serious note, a confirmed tornado was located 11 miles northwest of Stafford, moving northwest at 35 miles per hour. Hazard, damaging tornado, radar confirmed tornado. So this is definitely a confirmed tornado. Like I said, it's been on the ground for about like a minute or two now. The velocities are nowhere near as intense as what they were before. Like I said, this is probably a brief tornado, or not probably. This is a brief tornado, but it's still on the ground. As you can see, there's still a debris signature right over crop actually. And it's still going to be moving to the northwest towards Elk Run and Blackwell Town. So you guys should be in shelter. Same thing with Somerville. You guys should be in shelter by now, because there is a confirmed tornado doing damage right now. Also, take shelter if you're in this new tornado warning, by the way. This is for Camp Barrett, Garrisonville, or Garrisonville. Sorry, Garrisonville. Aqua Harbor, Cole Landing, and what is this? Independent Hill. You guys are under a tornado warning. You guys should seek shelter now. This is a very small storm, but this thing could definitely drop a tornado. Any of these storms can drop tornadoes today, honestly. So take your proper precautions if you're in these tornado warnings. Take these seriously. This is getting close to the DC area as well, so that's something to keep in mind about. Yeah, this is getting relatively close to those areas. Check back on these storms up here, because they were also tornado warned. See if anything's happening with these. Not much with these storms, which is good. I think the threat with those storms are actually over with. But these down here are just going to keep increasing. Like I said, I believe tonight is going to be pretty prime for tornadoes. There's going to be a couple of tornadoes that's going to happen tonight, because the lower level jet stream is going to increase in this area tonight. That's why they've issued the tornado watch until 7 a.m. So right now it is 8:04 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. They're going to issue a tornado warning, or they issue a tornado watch for 7 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. That's insane. That's one of the longest tornado watches I've actually seen in a long time, actually. And they're probably going to issue new ones for Pennsylvania, the Delmarva area, and even Jersey, and possibly up to New York as well. So definitely be aware of that. Like, really be weather aware of that. That's actually really concerning. We're still gonna check on these storms. Where is this at? This is North Carolina. Checking the storm. This is not a lot of rotation with this storm still, but there's still some rotation with that. Let's go back up here to Manassas, Maryland. Or yeah, this is south of Manassas, Maryland, actually. Manassas Park. Yeah. Like I said, you still have currently tornado warnings. Actually has oh wow, this is on the ground as well. There's 2 tornadoes on the ground now. Wow. What confirmed that? Is that radar indicator, or is it like spotted? That was a tornado, actually. I see the debris. I think it was radar confirmed. Let's check this out real quick. Yeah, radar confirmed tornado. So you have 2 tornadoes on the ground side by side. Like I said, this is a small storm, but it's able to drop a tornado, as you can see. So don't let your guard down with this storm. If you're at Camp Barrett, you definitely should be in your safe spot. You should have been in your safe spot before, because it's a radar indicated tornado possible. Now it's actually on the ground. It's confirmed. So you should be on or in the ground right now, or underground right now, seeking shelter from these tornadoes. These are side by side tornado warnings. These are both confirmed on the ground doing damage right now as we speak. You guys should be in shelter. This is in for Virginia, by the way. This is south and west of DC, and south and west of Dale City as well, and Virginia. I think that's Virginia, right? Is that Virginia or is that Maryland? No, that's Virginia. But yeah, you guys definitely should be in shelter right now. We have 2 confirmed tornadoes on the ground as we speak. Yeah, this one actually might pick back up in velocity. I'm not seeing much with with this storm. This definitely must have been like a real brief tornado. This one's still ongoing. There's still a debris signature, but I think this might be debris fallout possibly. So I don't think this one could be on the ground still, but I don't think this one's on the ground anymore. I'm not seeing. I mean, the only thing I'm seeing is little itty bitty CC drops right here. But other than that, I don't think it's actually on the ground anymore. with this storm there can't bear it. But still, take your proper precautions. Still take shelter. This is still a confirmed tornado from the National Weather Service that they issued. So still take this seriously and still be in your safe spot. Do not come out for the next 22 minutes, actually. Same thing with this storm. This storm actually is more concerning because there's still a debris signature with this storm. There's still debris fallout, actually, with this storm. So there's definitely a chance that this thing is still on the ground. And it actually might be recycling right here, north and west of Somerville. This thing actually might be recycling itself and trying to cause a new tornado that might head towards maybe what's this, Billington, I think is how you say it, or Midland in that area. So if you're in Billington or Midland in Virginia, you guys should definitely, you know, heed the warnings when they get close to you guys, or get ready to take shelter now, because this storm definitely could try to recycle again. Like I said, both these storms are observed tornado warnings, so definitely seek shelter. There's also some heavy rain falling with these storms, so I won't be surprised if they start issuing flash flood warnings with those as well. Yeah, there's still some still a CSE drop, so this thing could be briefly on the ground still. Like I said, it could be debris fallout as well, but this thing also could be just doing damage still. So like I said, be in your safe spot. It's actually right over you right now if you're in Somerville in Virginia. Now this is going to be heading towards Elk Run, Mountain View, which is Britishburg, and Blackwell Town. You guys should be in your safe spots right now because this thing is heading directly towards you guys. And this thing is, like I said, still doing damage possibly. As you can see from the correlation coefficient right here. That will be your tornado right there. If there was a tornado on the ground still, that will be it right there. Moving to the northwest like that. Shut back down on this storm in North Carolina. See what's going on with this storm. This storm came very close multiple times to producing a tornado, but hasn't yet. There might be another area of rotation starting to form now with this storm, so definitely keep that in mind if you guys live in South Hill, Virginia. This just crossed over into Virginia, actually. This was in North Carolina. It's crossing over to Virginia. You actually have another supercell. It's developing right now as we speak. Another supercell thunderstorm, and yeah, look at that. Right behind it, there could be another area of rotation. This thing could pick up in steam, and they could definitely issue a brand new tornado warning, something like this maybe, for this supercell as well. This storm can try, yeah, this little storm right here can definitely try it. So I will definitely watch out if you're in Warrenton, Macon, and North Carolina. Once again, I'm sorry for you guys in this area. You guys have been under a tornado warning 3 times today. That's insane. This may be your 4th time if this does increase in rotation. Long time no see. Yeah, I haven't seen you in a while. So welcome back. Welcome back. I haven't did a severe weather coverage live stream in a little while. So, and here I am now. I'm doing this one. So. You still have 2 confirmed tornadoes on the ground right now. This actually is going to expire. Then they're just going to let this one expire. Because let's check back on the debris. It is fizzling out, so I don't think it's no longer on the ground anymore. But still, take your proper precautions until the warning expires. Because you never know. This thing could definitely recycle and drop another one. Same thing with this storm as well. This storm definitely dropped like a real brief tornado. Like this thing was probably on the ground for less than a minute. But I still would take your proper precautions either way. Because, I mean, like I said, these storms could just recycle and drop another tornado. These are not going to be your long trackers, but these are going to be your brief spin-ups that has done damage, and actually has been a fatality actually in North Carolina somewhere from these tornadoes. So definitely keep that in mind. There's been 1 fatality, so you know, be aware of that. And like I said, take these seriously. Take these storms seriously. Because I see a lot of people on the internet, they never take these storms seriously at all. Because they don't know the true power of tornadoes sometimes. Yeah, there's no longer debris with any of these storms, so still both observed warn, but that might change in a moment here. Still take your proper precautions because there's still a rotation in the area. And like I said, this is gonna be moving into the DC area. Once one of these warnings expires, they actually issued another tornado warning. Wow. Okay, they issued another tornado warning for this storm. They were not letting this one expire. Wow, what's going on here? They may be hinting into this actually dropping another tornado. Yeah, right there. That area of rotation. So they're not going to let this storm go at all. They're not going to let it expire. They issued a new one. This is going to include Midland. Like I said, I've called you guys out. Billington. Hurleyville. Was this Turkey Run, Casanova, Warrington in Virginia, not North Carolina, in Virginia. Warrington, Virginia. Was this Fletcherville, and was this Duty, I think is how you say it, in Virginia. So you guys should be in your safe spots right now. Brand new tornado warning, observed tornado warning actually. So there's a damaging tornado, radar confirmed tornado still. So they actually extended this, and they're still saying that this thing is on the ground. So if they're saying it's on the ground, then I believe it's on the ground, honestly, because this is the National Weather Service issuing these. And did they just issue another warning? They did just issue another warning. That's interesting. Did they mean to do that? The radar indicated. I don't think they even mean to do that. They issued 2 warnings by accident. Yeah. I think they're going to cancel one of these warnings. I think they might cancel the observed one and keep the radar indicated one. Unless there's another storm behind it. Which I think it is. Yeah, this they might issue a new tornado warning because of this storm behind it. And issue the confirmed one with this storm right here, because I think there was a brief tornado with that. So I think that's what's going on here. So you guys are basically in 2 warnings in one.
There are 2 new warnings affecting Virginia.
Check back down here in North Carolina real quick. I'm also going to, before I end the stream, I'm also going to go over the model runs once again. Before I end the stream, I want to talk about the threat once again, because I talked about it at the beginning of the stream. I'm going to do it again at the end of the stream. Before I end the stream, they actually issued a new tornado warning. I was expecting that, actually. We have a brand new tornado warning for North Carolina. This includes Rich Square, Eagletown, George, North Carolina, west of Woodland. That it also includes what's it, Lasker, and Creeksville and Milwaukee in North Carolina. It also includes Conway in North Carolina. So you guys should be taking shelter right now. I was expecting one of these storms to go tornado warning, because this is literally like the outer part of the storms. So definitely take shelter there if you're in those warnings. Let's go back up here into Virginia and see what's going on with these storms. This is like a mess of storms right now. It's a mess of tornado warnings. Because you have 2 areas of rotation right here that we're looking at. They're not as strong as what they were before, but there's still areas of rotation. You also have this area of rotation as well. That's also not as strong anymore. But still, take your proper precautions, because these things can definitely drop a brief tornado at any moment. Should be down here in North Carolina. This storm still, there's 2 areas of rotation I'm still looking at with this storm, but nothing too significant right now. Near Rich Square, let's go back to this storm. Now this storm in Rich Square actually is a little concerning.
New tornado warning for North Carolina.
Yeah, this is the one right here. The storm in Rich Square is actually a little bit concerning because it's actually some pretty tight rotation right here. There's a pretty tight couplet. It's going to be moving literally due north. Let's check the CC area. No debris signature with that, but there's definitely, and you can see a little bit of a hook with this as well. That's your hook signature right there. So that actually just got updated. Yeah, still no debris signature, but there's definitely an area of rotation, an area of concern that we definitely need to watch out for. So if you're in, like I said, Rich Square, Alaska, west of Woodland, in those areas in North Carolina, you guys should definitely take your proper precautions and seek shelter immediately. Because these tornadoes are not a joke today. These are brief tornadoes, but they do damage. They do some big time damage, so definitely be aware of that. I'm still not seeing any type of debris with these storms. Still, like I said, I think they're both going to be, yeah, they're both radar indicated now. They're no longer confirmed, except for this one still. This one's still confirmed for right now. But that's probably going to change in just a bit. If you guys are just tuning in right now, we are covering Tropical Storm or Tropical Depression Debby. We're covering her tornado threat that she's producing. I know I'm late to the game, but hey, it's better late than never. We're also monitoring the flash flooding threat that she's producing or is posing as well. And like I said, most of the flash flood warnings that I'm looking at are literally considerable. And sorry, and there was a flash flood emergency earlier down there in southern North Carolina. That was earlier on the day though. We're going to be monitoring these storms for the next like 10 to 15 minutes possibly. And then I'm probably going to end stream there and wait until tomorrow, because tomorrow's thread looks a little bit more of a setup, I guess you can say. It looks better of a setup than today's. Only because the daylight heating is coming into play. I think this could overachieve tomorrow. Like with the tornado threat, it definitely could overachieve. And the rain as well. The rain is going to be pretty potent up here in Pennsylvania. So definitely get ready for that. But yeah, these storms, man. This is still observed. What I'm gonna do actually is, I'm not too concerned about any storms except for this one right here. It's only something I'm actually concerned about because this is the tightest rotation we have so far right now. And this one could definitely drop a tornado. It's pretty isolated as well. I mean, that's a well-defined supercell right there. Pretty isolated. Could definitely drop a tornado. But I want to look at the model guidance real quick. I want to look at the guidance real quick and show you guys what I've been talking about. Has a recent run come out? I think it has. Yeah, this is the most recent run. Let's check this out. This is going on into tonight, actually. This is tonight. And I mean, if you still go on tonight, there's still a tornado threat tonight, as you can see. From the this is your soundings and stuff. I forgot what it's called. People call them SQTs. I think these are called SQTs. But this is your sounding. This is your I guess you can call it soundings. I forgot. There was another name for it. I can't think of it off the top of my head right now. I'm just thinking about the warnings and stuff. But this is your model guidance for, this is your model run actually for the next what is this, 18 hours. Even though the whole thing's not done yet, but this is your next model run for the 18 hours. Next 18 hours. And I mean, as you can see, you still have thunderstorms popping up right here. And these, look at that, you can see curvatures in these thunderstorms. These could be producing tornadoes. And this is in the middle of the night tonight, okay? In Virginia, in Maryland, and North Carolina, these still are going to be producing tornadoes in the middle of the night. So don't let your guard down at all. Like, do not let your guard down at all if you're in these areas. Because, I mean, yeah, look at that. There's a lot of discrete cells and supercells that has a chance of producing multiple tornadoes. I mean, yeah, it's getting scattered up here now, up here in the Mid-Atlantic region. And it just, I mean, it gets worse from here on out until tomorrow. Like, it starts to calm down a little bit. And then once you get into, like, tomorrow morning, it's gonna pick back up in steam. Yeah, you have brand new supercells that's gonna start to develop up here in Maryland and, you know, the DC area, Baltimore, up here in Wilmington, Delaware, you know, Philadelphia, Trenton, those areas, even New York City, perhaps. You guys could get in some severe weather, actually, tomorrow. Because if you look into this, yeah, this is tomorrow. Let's just click on Maryland, somewhere in Maryland near Baltimore, and yeah, look at that. you have a curve in the photograph right here, and it says your threat tornado, and this is literally near Baltimore, by the way. This is for tomorrow. So there is a very real threat tomorrow for tornadoes. Like I said, I won't be surprised if they extend the slight risk a little bit further south tomorrow into these areas actually. And if it does get to that point, if it is like gets to a more significant point, they might issue an enhanced risk as well. If it gets to that point, but I don't think they're gonna do that. And like I said, I'm not gonna call out anything yet. But just letting you guys know, these are more discreet. These have more potential, I think, in my opinion, because of the daylight heating. And I mean, yeah, I don't have any more runs to go through. But this is tomorrow. This is the latest run for tomorrow. There's definitely a real threat with this, broken up line of storms for tornadoes. For tomorrow. So if you live anywhere, basically the entire state of Maryland and Delaware, and the entire state of Jersey as well, New Jersey. Southeastern Pennsylvania as well, all the way up to New York City at that actually, maybe even up here in eastern Pennsylvania in general. You guys should be on the lookout for tomorrow. You guys should be preparing for tomorrow, because I think tomorrow could be a real dangerous threat for tornadoes. I mean, if you look at the ingredients for the atmosphere, look at this. You have 80-degree temperatures, 83 temperatures in the Delmarva area in Delaware and stuff, in Jersey, southern Jersey as well. Let's go into the dew points. Your dew points will be literally in the mid 70s. That's unreal, actually. This setup is kind of there. Like I'm saying, setup is there. You have your dew points in the mid 70s. Let's go to our winds. Our winds aloft. This is your 850 millibar winds. You're at 50 knots. Look at that. You have 50, almost maybe even 60 knots up here in some cases. Yeah. Yeah, 50 knots with these, and your winds is moving up to the north. Let's look at the 700 millibar winds. And your 700 millibar winds is moving to the northeast. So, and there's definitely, yeah, like I said, there's 50 to 60 knots with this. So your wind shear, your kinematics is up there. You have some kinematics in your atmosphere for sure. And you have thermodynamics as well. So I really do think this could be a substantial threat for tornadoes tomorrow. Because you have your winds, your kinematics is what you call them, or what I call them. And you have your thermodynamics, which is your atmosphere, which is your dew points, your temperature, and moisture, and stuff like that. Everything is there for, multiple tornadoes tomorrow. And if you look at the significant tornado parameter as well, let me pull that up actually. Where is that at? There it is. Your significant tornado parameter, look at that. You have some ones, maybe have some twos as well. I can't really see too well. But in these areas, this is your significant tornado parameter. This is going to start to increase possibly. Actually, you have new model runs. Let's look at that actually. I want to look at that. Positive reflectivity. There we go. Jeez, yeah. That is very concerning. This is a big time broken up line of storms. Yeah, that threat is definitely substantial tomorrow. You have a well-defined curve in a photograph. You also have a curve in a storm slinky. And this is your what is this, 84 degrees? This is your temperature line. This is the red line right here. And your dew points is the green line. Now, this is 1 kilometer above the ground. And I mean, is that a cap? I don't think it's a cap. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to look into that. I guess I'm still studying storms and how to read a photograph and stuff. I'm still studying that. So I'm not 100% on, everything. But I know some stuff about the photograph and its QTs and stuff. But like I said, anywhere along this line of storms has a great chance of producing a tornado. Like a greater chance, actually. Tomorrow's threat looks extremely substantial for tornadoes. Like, it's on par with today. Are you going live on the gaming channel tomorrow? I mean today. I am going to go live on the gaming channel today. Tomorrow, I'm not too sure. Only because we have, I'm actually going to be in this threat tomorrow for tornadoes. I actually might go storm chasing tomorrow, maybe. Depends. Let me see. I want to check the wind shear as well with this. Yeah, geez, this is. Look at these wind. Look at 66 knots in some places. That is scary to look at.
There is one new tornado warning for North Carolina.
We're gonna have to go to that in just a second. For a brand new tornado warning. This is your photographs, by the way. Let's actually look. Yeah, let's look at all the photographs. Right, this is what I was just looking at earlier. So, like I said, if you take the sample of the environment, this is your photograph, and you know that's what it's showing. And it's still showing a tornado threat actually down here in North Carolina. Let's take this out. Like I said, we're gonna take this out real quick. Holy moly! Look at this. Look at the photographs. These are literally insane looking. Like, for this area and this time of the year, I'm actually kind of surprised these photographs look like this. Yeah, look at that. That's a well-defined photograph right there. There definitely could be some big-time storm action tomorrow, y'all. So I think I am possibly, or not possibly, I think I am going to go live tomorrow once these storms actually make it into my general vicinity. Yeah, it looks strong there too. Wow. These are broken up lines of storms as well. But yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. We're actually going to hop back into this tornado warning now that's been issued. I want to see what's going on with that. Oh, yeah, wow. Did they actually let that expire? They did. That's still observed. That's still radar indicated. Let's check on this, actually. We still have an observed tornado. I'm not seeing any signs of debris, honestly. I don't know. That's the National Weather Service. They do their job. They know what they're doing. I ain't judging. Oh yeah, look at that. You have a pretty well-defined area of rotation right here, actually. Right here, this is for Lewiston, Woodville in North Carolina, all the way up to Kelford. This is a pretty rural area, but this, you know, still a tornado warning. There's still people in the path of this tornado. This is a very small storm, but hey, doesn't matter how small the storm is, it still can drop a tornado. We've learned that today. This rotation is not as strong as what it was before, but it's still a strong area of rotation. Same thing with this storm as well. I don't get how there's 7 people in here, but I'm the only one talking. I mean, yeah, but I mean, people don't really have to talk in the chat. I don't want to force anybody to talk anyway. Maybe they're just watching because they're in these warnings, you know. Like maybe they don't actually have time to talk. Also, this hook is actually becoming well more defined near Conway. I actually think they're going to extend this tornado warning, maybe something like that. They're probably going to extend this tornado warning up here, maybe into the into Virginia. They actually might do that. There is a little bit of a radar hole right here because you have 2 radars, one up here and then one all the way down here, and this is literally right in between both of them, which kind of sucks. But I mean, it is what it is. I wish there was a radar for like eastern North Carolina. Not much radars. They actually canceled the observed tornado warning, which is good news. Now you just have the radar indicated. So Warrington, you're no longer under a tornado warning, but still take your proper precautions. Or no, well no, don't take your proper precautions, but still be on the lookout for any like more tornado warnings, because you never know. You could go under one in a moment if anything happens. But areas that still need to take their proper precautions is in North Carolina. Sorry, I sneezed. Sorry about that. But yeah. Yeah, the people that needs to be taking shelter is North Carolina for sure. So if you're in North Carolina, definitely seek shelter. If you're in well, specifically Lewiston, near Roxabelle, Rich Square, and Lasker or Lasker. I think is how you say it. I'm not sure. Eyes are starting to hurt. I'm staring into the screen too long. Let's put this up real quick. I probably will end the stream in just a moment here. This, yeah, hour 30 minutes has been going for. I want to hear in the next like 3 minutes. So if you guys have any questions about today or tomorrow, let me know now, because like I said, I'm gonna end the stream relatively soon. But if you have any questions in general, just just talk to me right here. Because like I said, this tornado watch is for the next 10 hours and 27 minutes, which is absolutely insane. 20% of EF2 to EF5, which are significant tornadoes possible, and a 50% chance of tornadoes in general. So it's a mid threat, honestly, mid-level threat. Not a high threat, but it's a mid-level threat. Also, I want to look at the SPC for tomorrow and see if they changed anything. Did they change anything about this? Nope, it's still the same. It's still a 5% outlook. Like I said, I believe they might extend this slight risk a little bit further south. They actually might put an enhanced risk as well if it really is that serious right now. Right now it's only a slight risk. But like I said, guys, if you have any questions, let me know now, because I am going to end the stream in just a moment here. Because we only have 2 tornado warnings in North Carolina. Both of them look pretty concerning, but I think the southern one's more concerning. The northern one's rotation started to die out a little bit. Yeah, we have the latest update on this. Yeah, I'm not seeing too much with that. Let me check on this radar site. Yeah, I'm not seeing too much with these storms. There's still rotation. Still, do not ever let your guard down when you have a tornado threat.
There is one new special marine warning.
No, not really need to worry about that. But if you're in that special marine warning, take shelter. Wonder where is that at? I think it's, yeah, that's where it is. Okay. But yeah, I'm in the stream. I'm in the stream now. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. Definitely leave a like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications if you like the weather. Because I provide weather content on this channel. And yeah, I will see you guys. If anything, I think stuff is gonna go down tomorrow, so I'm probably gonna see you guys tomorrow actually. Either with a live stream or a video or something. I will have prepared for you guys tomorrow for tomorrow's risk as well. So until then, I will see you guys. Till next time. Love you guys. Thank you guys for joining. See you guys tomorrow. Peace out.